my brother. You know, if you design a program and you are about to begin implementing the program, you reduce it into projects. And then you go and design the project, cost them, procure funding, and you go through a procurement process that will last you a certain number of months. You go and acquire sites. So all these things have to be done before you actually hit the ground to construct. All these things were done. And even after award of contracts, contractors will take some more time to mobilize, to go and clear sites, dig foundations, and so on. But all these things have been done, and we were in full flight. Construction was taking place in all the 123 sites. 50 of them had been completed. And we know the number of months it takes to complete an E-block. And so, if they had listened to advice from their own party members, prominent among whom was Dr. Adukufo, who advised that government should take that first few months to complete all these preparations, including the E-blocks and so on, so that when they roll out the program, students will get spaces and it will not be chaotic. They ignored him, apparently because they believe he is from the Kufuor faction of the NPP. I don't know. And then they proceeded in a very foolhardy way. And that is the results we are seeing. So the point I'm making is that these are projects, some of which are at 90% of completion. Some are 70%. Some are 60%. And they were forced to abandon site because their certificates were not being honored the way they were being honored in the past. And the banks were chasing them, so they had to abandon site. So if we come to power, and in January, it takes one announcement, we are not going to do new procurement, we are not going to procure acquire sites, we are not going to do anything. All that we need to do is that in January, pay some of the certificates and call the contractors to go back on site. And I'm telling you, within 90 days, those that are at 90% of completion, 70% of completion, 80% of completion, they will all be completed. And then the children who are on some track, whether green or blue, who are in the house, you can do the arrangement and call them back to join their other colleagues to continue with the education. What is difficult about this? So the government that finds this type of arrangement difficult is a very incompetent government. It means they have no business being in office at all. And when we say we are reviewing the system to eliminate these challenges, and anybody who has gone to school properly and is having certificates, proper certificates, is interpreting review to mean abolition, then he should go back to school. They must even arrest his master, his English master, and prosecute him for teaching the person wrong English. That is why I have come out to throw challenge to the president, because at least he's the one I have heard making categorical noise that President Mahama says when he comes back to power, he will abolish free senior high. So that is why I'm directing this challenge to the president, that if he's able to produce a video recording or an audio recording which can be authenticated as genuine, I'm not talking about those, they are fake recordings. Because I'm sure once I'm talking about it, there are fake people are already in business trying to manufacture something. Those are not the things I'm talking about. And the president, if the former president, if he has said so, he must have said it in the company of other people, so they will be witnesses. If they are able to produce that evidence, they should bring it up or shut up. General, I'm challenging them that if they are able to produce that evidence within 24 hours, me, I said, I will resign as the General Secretary of National Democratic Congress.
General, let's clear two issues before we end the conversation. One has to do with the binding timelines in the statement which I read. That 90 days period that you're going to use for the consultative process to arrive at, the way forward to reviewing the free SHS. Why 90 days? Why put timelines?
Because it is something that can be done even in less than 90 days. Yes, it is something. What does it take for a new government to call stakeholders to a conference to think about such a system which is hurting people? To tell you what, when University of Ghana conducted a survey about how people perceive the policies of the MPP government sometime last year, when the results came out, there was a clear indication that the policy that people liked most is the free SHS. But again, the policy that people hate most is the double track. So it tells you that Ghanaians are not satisfied with your method of implementing the free SHS. While they like the free SHS, they hate your method of implementing it. And that is the basis of a review. Let those whose heads have been properly screwed on listen.